Hi guys, welcome. Come on in. It's great to see you. I'm wanting to get in today and talk to you about some amazing foundings that I have found with the interviews that we've been putting together for the book, Empowered Women, Empowering the World, which is a collection of 15 women all over Australia that have, hi Vicky, how you doing? Hi Janelle, nice to see you. Hi Joe, how you doing? It's a collection of women from all over Australia that have overcome adversity, improvised, adapt and overcome to then go and make a difference in their own lives and then in the lives of their wider community, their family, their wider community, and many of them have impacted the world globally. So Empowered Women Empowering the World is all about just normal women making a big difference in their own lives and the lives of many. And I have run, any of you guys have been with me, I know some of you guys have been all the way through, Joe and Brianna and Janelle, nice to see you guys, and Vic, yeah, you've definitely been in for the long haul and watched all the interviews. So today I have wanting to just get in, there's been a bit of a change in the schedule today because to be flexible and you're never bent out of shape, that is always my motto. Today I'm going to run a recap really on what we've done so far, and there has been a common thread with every single one of these interviews, in every single one of these women's stories that I really want to delve in deep today about, and that is to back yourself. So I'm going to get into that in a minute. So we've done 9 interviews so far, and we started off with Anna Lee, who is a phenomenal woman that has created huge change. So she came to Australia not knowing anybody. English is her second language at the age of 16, and now she's grown herself an empire in Melbourne. So she's in property development. She's also import-export businesses, and she's running a coaching business now as well on top of that, that is empowering women just like her, which are immigrants, people that come to Australia to where to go, empower and helping women to do that, which is truly amazing what she is doing. She is one truly phenomenal woman. She's only so young, and like when she's my age, oh my God, she'll have a huge empire. But anyway, so then we had Caroline Bellinger, who is a very good friend of mine, Caroline, and she is a cracker. She lives on the Gold Coast. Caroline Bellinger's she's done 10 years sober last year. So she was a raging alcoholic. She's highly sensitive. She's a high achiever, and she had incredible mental health issues to do with bipolar, to do with, unhealthy relationships, to do with men, and she was sexually abused as a child. And those things that have happened to her, she has done so much personal development in herself and personal growth on herself that she has realized, she's gone through the demons of her past and fixed them. She's been 10 years sober. She's gone and represented Australia to then in a triathlon at the World Triathlon Championships last year. She's climbed to base camp, but actually in the interview I realised she's actually done further than base camp. Everybody else stopped at base camp, but her and her 18-year-old son, I love all the hearts, thanks you guys. Her and her 18-year-old son actually went a bit further, and she just about, she said it was one of the hardest things she's ever done. So Everest, where there's no air, and what a resilient woman that is. So that's Caroline Bellinger, and she runs a number of things, a gym. She has an incredibly successful coaching business. She teaches women how to be impossible, because that is what Caroline just lives and breathes. Whatever you think is the norm, she's not. And that's why I just love her. Then we had Kylie Allen, and she's the kindest, sweetest, most delightful person you'd ever met. Kylie Allen runs Inspiring Minds Studio, and she does, she helps children, young children, like preschool before they start school, and even she does early school age with social and emotional well-being, a bit like what I do in the Mind Fit Kids Academy, but she does it hands-on, or she does live programs. She's a teacher, and she's realised that there is a gap in the education system, and so she's filled it. And what she's overcome to do that has been quite amazing. So she has a family herself, And Inspiring Minds is an incredibly transformational business that's changing the lives of so many people. So Kylie Allen is one of our empowered women. We also then delved deep. Now, Brie got really deep. Brianna Seaton, and she runs a coaching business as well now. She's run many businesses. But Brianna delved into her story in, now it's not post-traumatic, what's it called? You know, with, I've lost my words here now. Somebody help me. Trace, tell me, what was it that Brie had? She had a, when she didn't want to be pregnant, and she actually rejected her baby a little bit, and she had no, what's it called? PTSD or PTSD or whatever it is. She had a really hard time there where she had her baby and she had incredible anxiety after she had her child. The things that she had overcome, so sleep deprivation, and she delved really deep into the core of that. And I know so many women often have, when they don't have the perfect pregnancy or the perfect birth that they think that they were supposed to be, and they're not the perfect mother that they think that they're supposed to be, they beat up on themselves, and and it's unhealthy. And so she's overcome that now. She's got 2 great, fabulous kids. Nice to see you, Vicky. Nice to see you, Lynn. Nice to see you, Shelley, Bobby. Great to see you guys. So we had Brie, and she got really deep and raw. All of these live videos are on the Sally Galvin website. Sally Galvin Facebook page. So if you're wanting to watch them, I think there's a live tab that you can click on. They are pretty amazing, or you can just buy the book if you haven't already, because the book's amazing. So then we had Rebecca Green. Now, Rebecca has just got fun written all over her. She travelled all around the Caribbean, wedding planner. She had this amazing ability to learn on the job, like she would get herself employment in postnatal depression. Janelle, thank you. Yes, Brianna suffered incredibly badly from postnatal depression. And she really beat herself up about that for so many years. And sharing her story, Brie, I'm back to Brie now, sharing Brie's story in postnatal depression can help so many other women, because it is common, a lot more common than we know. And it is a serious issue. And I truly believe that sharing or listening to somebody else's story that is something similar to yours, and thinking, look, they went through that, so it's not me, I'm not bad, I'm not a bad person, I'm not a bad mother. It happens to other people, and these are some of the ways you can get out of it, or this is how I got out of it. So that is Brie's story. It's pretty amazing. But Rebecca's story is phenomenal in that Rebecca Green, she'd have a crack at anything and learn on the job. So there's nothing like spontaneity and fun in Rebecca's story. And she had suicide as well. Her twin brother took his life when they were in year 12. So that is that's a huge blow. And her passion later on is to do with music and mental health. So we'll see what prevails with that, because Rebecca's, happy-go-lucky, fun sense that oozes from her, and she's an action taker as well. So Rebecca Green's got so much more that she's going to be offering. Apart from her gym and her sip and paint studio and all the amazing things that she's doing there already, she's one hell of a woman. She's a high achiever. Then we had the beautiful Tamara Stiller. Now, Tamara is a mother of 6 kids, 6 children. And she really delved into her story, the loss of her identity. So she chose to be a stay-at-home mum. And we often say, and I do all the time, in fact, I just did an interview before with the Mumpreneurs Movement magazine, and I said I wanted to be more than just a mum. Can you believe I said that? I don't believe that that's what everything I stand against, being more than just a mum, but that's where my mindset was for a while. And Tamara's was as well, when she felt that she'd lost her identity. She was somebody else's mother and she wasn't actually her own person. And then she talks about, getting that identity back and being the best she that she can be. Because of the ripple effect and leading by example, the importance of leading by example to your children. Then we had Alana Barry. Now, Alana had suffered from huge physical domestic violence, where she was pushed out cars and beaten, and she had the courage, like imagine being in that, and she actually delved deep into her story. She was talking about how she thought, prior to being in that destructive relationship, she actually thought women that couldn't get out of that relationship were weak. She didn't really understand, and I can relate to that too, because I've never been a part of domestic violence, but I have thought, why don't they just leave? And when she found herself in domestic violence, she was staying there to keep the peace because she felt that it was going to protect everybody if she just stayed there. Like, this is your mind playing tricks on you. Anyway, it wasn't until her daughter, these are all the incredible women in one book. It's phenomenal. And it wasn't until her daughter was, tiny baby, and she was thinking, this is not normal, and I'm not subjecting my daughter to thinking that this is a normal relationship. So she had the courage, and it took a lot of courage for her to grab her daughter and leave. She's now in a magnificent relationship. Her husband's gorgeous. I love him. I know him well. And she's got 2 children, the 2 kids, the daughter, and then they had a son. And she now runs a really successful real estate business. So her and her gorgeous family are and she runs a coaching business now as well, which is absolutely amazing. Helping women, get out of domestic violence, and women thrive in business, which is really where the world's going right now, because we really do have empowered women. The Western woman really has got so much to offer. We really do. And then we ran, Kylie. We had Kylie Moore. We just had her just the other day. I interviewed Kylie, and Kylie's mental health, she's a highly sensitive, highly intelligent woman that's actually had brain damage. Can you believe it? I think it opened up some other facets in her brain, because you wouldn't think, she fell off a horse when she was 10. Had to learn to walk again because of a brain injury, and told that she would never finish school. Now she is an English literature teacher, saw the holes in the schooling system and stepped out, and she runs her own tutoring business. But her passion now is mothers and daughters and helping them socially and emotionally with connection, which I thought was pretty amazing, because that's really Kylie's niche. Absolutely amazing. And then we had my gorgeous little sister, Tracy Jarrett, the juggling mum. Now Trace has got 5 kids, and for a while there she had 5 under 5 with a set of twins. So I'm not her husband, I'm actually her sister. She was going for 4 and she got twins, so she got 5. She's an current Australian representative. She runs 3 businesses with her husband, and the juggling mum, she blogs, which is real life struggles and real life tips and tricks to get through and do the best that you can. So we've got 5 more women to go, so stay tuned. But the main string that ties all of these women together, every single one of these interviews, and I'm all about resilience and I'm all about empowerment, but the one thing that ties every single one of these women together is they all mentioned somewhere along the line that one day they drew the line in the sand and they decided that they were going to back themselves. They decided that they were going to believe that they are good enough to make a difference, to change the way that their life was, to make it be where they want it to be. So they got a vision or an idea. We talk about these visions and people think that there's these amazing walls of visions and written manuscripts of working out exactly what we want. No, these women just got a glimpse of something that they wanted more of in their life, or a difference that they wanted to make in their lives, in their families' lives, and in their wider communities' lives. They got a little glimpse of it. And then they decided to believe in themselves. They backed themselves. They realised that if they don't believe in them, then nobody else will. And if they don't believe in them, then what they want to do more, be more, have more, give more, what they want to do, the difference that they want to make in society was never going to come to fruition. Because have you ever seen a successful successful person that doesn't back themselves. I don't mean in ego. I don't mean in your face, look at me, look at me. These women are not like that. You guys have seen it. You see the interview. These women are kind, they're generous. Some of them are loud and vivacious. Some of them are quiet and very quietly spoken. Some of them are real introverts. Some of them are extroverts. Some of them are happy to get up and do an interview and can talk underwater. And some of them we really had to work through and nurture. These are all women from all walks of life that have realised that they need to believe in them. And I think that in there is the most important lesson. So if you are working in integrity, if you are living in integrity, which is the first main thing, because don't back yourself if you're doing horrible things, that's not going to work. But if you're living in integrity and you are wanting to make a difference in your life, if things have happened to you that you don't like, that aren't nice, that are negative or destructive or just plain yucky and shit, and we all have them. Everybody's got skeletons in their closets. There are things in our past, every single person's past, if you are human, that you are not proud of. And instead of suppressing those emotions and pretending that they're not there, explore them. Work them out. Work out what your story is, and it will help you to know what you're wanting to do. When you flip that, instead of thinking, poor me, poor me, poor me, the victim, if you flip that and see the lessons that you can learn and the difference you can make in your life, and just making the difference in your life will make a difference in your family's lives, will make the difference in, if you choose, the global community, the ripple effect. Because we lead by example, yeah? Our kids watch us. They watch us and they do what we do more than do what we say. Everybody knows that. You know yourself when you were a kid, you definitely did what mum and dad did more than what mum and dad said. If they told you to do something and then if they told you not to smoke and then they smoked, you smoked. I used to smoke. Mum smoked her head off. Dad smoked his head off as well. I used to smoke as well. That's an example. If they tell you not to be on your phone, during the family times, and you're on your phone during family times, then there's just bullshit as well. So kids watch us and they follow us. And if we are believing in ourselves and backing ourselves to make a difference, then they will too. That's how you build really good, healthy inner resilience, inner self-confidence, inner self-esteem. Because if we've got it, and if we're working on it, it's a continuum, right? Nothing's ever started. The day that you think you've arrived is the beginning of your demise. I know that in sport, I know that in life, I know that in anything. But if you back yourself, your kids will too. So that is the mainstream in every single one of these interviews, and there's 5 more to come. In fact, we've got some pretty amazing women to speak with coming up. The whole lot of the Women in Empowered Women Empowering the World book are phenomenal. They're absolutely phenomenal. I really, really am truly blessed and truly honoured to be part of this book with these incredible women. But so the main thing is back yourself, girls. If you've got an idea of something that you want to do, or even if you don't, and you don't feel like you're living your life to your own fulfillment, to where you want to be living it, then have a look at your past. That's what I did. That's what every single one of these women have done. Look at your past, see what you learn, and see what you can give. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope that helped, and I look forward to seeing you guys in our next interview, which is on Monday. We've got Melissa McLeod on Monday. That is going to be amazing. Melissa is a spiritual healer. She is one powerful woman making a huge difference in lots of people's lives. My pleasure, Janine. Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you on Monday. Loads of love. Ciao for now.